All right, so thank you, Martin. Welcome everybody to Elkhart Lake. I'm not going to talk too long today. I just kind of want to give you a rough state of the association and talk about some accomplishments that we've had over the course of the previous year. If you remember in 2015, the theme of the conference was Data Forward. And the idea was pretty simple. It was really about cooperation. That's cooperation of data, the creation of that data, the sharing of the data, the use of the data to show success. And success will drive further success. So be that funding or be that utility of the data that we can give to the public sector, to private sector, to economic development. That was really the big push of it. And the other side of it was really the communication between all the other agencies, so we can all share the knowledge that we have with one another to be able to be more efficient and more successful, things that GIS are really meant to do. So some of the successes that we've managed to have on the data side of this aren't necessarily WLIA, right? This is a membership, this is an organization, this is a community. So one thing to highlight is the success of the Parcel Project led by the DOA and the SEO, being able to bring together all the parcels. 5 years ago, that wasn't possible. There's no way people would share that amount of data. The Just Do It project took that forward, showed a proof of concept. The SEO took that concept, moved it forward, made something that's usable, and that's going to continue to grow through everyone in this room that's producing that data and supporting those efforts. The municipal boundaries from Tony and the Legislative Services Bureau, that's another great example where we had a data set that was lacking what we needed for the state, an agency that needed that data, made a tool set that made it easier for all of us to create that information. It's another shining example of the success we can show when we work together, create a tool, make things easier for us all to do the jobs. And then WROC, it's a long-standing cooperative effort in the state of multiple entities coming together. In this case, in 2015, over 100 organizations coming together to create 43 counties of high-resolution imagery, 17 counties of LiDAR data, working together, public sector, private sector, tribes, state, federal, all bringing together, pooling money, working together for 2 years to facilitate an effort like that. It's another case where that Wisconsin idea of working together really shows success, allows us all to do our jobs better, more efficiently. But it's not just about data, it's also about professional cooperation. WLIA helped spearhead the creation of the WLIC. The WLIC was created this year. It's the Wisconsin Land Information Council. That's going to be an advisory council to the DOA in regards to the WLIP. So what are we going to do? We're going to have ideas. We're talking about 12 different industries coming together to talk to the DOA about how do we need to use this data, what does it need to do, what standards should it have, and really advise how do we spend these monies for the state so we can be successful as private industry, as geospatial professionals, GISPs, realtors, utilities, everyone coming together at the table. It's a multi-year effort over multiple presidencies in WLIA to help make that happen. And it's not just WLIA. Many of you are members of other organizations, it's listers, RDs, coming together to help make that happen. That was many sister organizations in many years to help make that work, and the DOA was no small part in it. Other ones is another one that I want to highlight that was really focused on WLIA is when WLIA was created, municipalities were meant to be a major part of Wisconsin Land Information Association. They're not really ignored, but with so much funding coming through at WLIP, so much of the conversation was dominated by state agencies or federal programs or the WLIP with counties and how it's regarded. And I don't know how many of you are aware, but there's a past president's breakfast, of which I've been able to attend for the last 5 years. And one of the things you get hit by the frying pan from our previous presidents, including Alan Miller, who's in here, beats you with is what are we doing for municipalities? What are we doing for municipalities? So one of the things that we try to step forward, even though we have 3 current board members in municipal government on the board right now, was to create a specific municipal user group. The idea is to create this user group of municipalities that can converse about the topics that they're dealing with. Is that crime data? Is that how do we create a GIS for utilities? what is it? They're dealing with very specific issues that a county may not be dealing with, or private sector may not be dealing with, or has very little to do with federal programs. And so what WLIA has offered them is we now have a forum on the website that you can go to. It's municipalities forum, sign up, you have a question, raise a question, everybody can track it. This user group has the ability to use our web conferencing, our phone conferencing, and for those of you aware, the municipalities came together and created the entire 2-day track of municipalities, programs put together by municipalities for municipalities to again talk about how municipalities are dealing with GIS in Wisconsin. Why is that important? We have 72 counties and 1,856 municipalities. Think about the number of people using GIS in municipalities versus the counties. So it's really important that we do it, and the core membership that we were designed to help. The next thing that you see on the list here is ProNet. So ProNet, the idea of it came forward 1 year ago tomorrow. It was at the closing of the conference in Green Bay at the KI Center when I was approached by a member and saying, I just got this new LIO position. I've never done a land information council. I don't even know how to call the meeting. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I need some help. We're a membership-driven organization, members helping members. So what came from this is the board talked about this over the course of the year and came up with a program that's pretty simple. But I think it has the chance to be an extremely powerful tool for our members in WLIA and something that we can facilitate across the state. The idea is you can go on to the WLIA website right now. You can sign up and essentially become a professional helper. You go in, you say, I know something about LIDAR, and I'm willing to help other people understand what LIDAR is, what standards, what do I need, these are the problems I'm dealing with, what do I need to do. Justin Conner, past president, can sign up and say, I'm an LIO. He happened to be the one that helped this person that I'm speaking of a year ago, where he showed up over the county and walked him through the first land council meeting, showed him the ropes. What do you do as a new LIO? You don't know how to do the job. Obviously, the previous LIO has left. What do you do in that situation? It's the same for RODs, surveyors, municipal government, even the private sector. You're trying to deal with a very specific problem. This will be a list that you can sign up for. It says, I'm a WLA member, you're a WLA member, you need help, here's my phone number, you can see on my list, this is something I know, give me a call. So it'll be a living list, always maintained, you can sign up. I congratulate Kim Sundin, the membership committee, Jim Lacey had a lot to do with this. I really hope that this could be an active forum. If everybody can sign up today, that would be wonderful. There's a QR code and sheets that you can just click on and it'll take you right to the sign up. I want to get every WLA member to sign up to this and say, this is what I know, this is what I want to be able to do. You don't have to wait for the next conference and hope that there's going to be a session on what it is that you're trying to figure out how to do. There's a lot of members here. There's 856 members. All of us know something and we're all part of this organization for that very thing. So I'm really, really excited about this. I hope that all of you are as well. I just highlighted a couple of things that the board took on. We really thought it was going to be a very easy year. It's a non-budget cycle year. The highlighted items on here are the standing committees managed by the board of directors. And underneath each of these are just a few of the things that they dealt with over the course of the year. And I'm not going to dive into them. We have a town hall meeting at lunch today and they can go over some of the content. But it really gives you an idea of the number of things that each of the board members are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And I just highlighted a few of them. For example, the legislative committee, it's a non-budget cycle, but we dealt with something like, 13 legislative items that happened. We had to write multiple letters to the federal agencies, state government, in order to take positions on key issues that dealt with geospatial information to support our community. There's constant things going on with the website. There's constant things going on with outreach. So with that, it's a nice segue into Martin's theme for this conference, the illusion of simplicity. This is so easy. You come to the conference once a year, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot. It's not just the board members doing this work. It's many of you that are making these things happen. Many of you that serve on these committees. So encourage everybody to get involved. Encourage everybody to run for the board. Stay involved with WLIA. We've had a lot of success. I think we're going to get more success. So So stay with it. I really appreciate everybody doing that. For my part, I've really loved this organization for the last 15 years. I plan to be a part of it for a long, long time. I appreciate my board for helping make this year as great as it's been, for the successes that we've had. I appreciate all the members for the support. And so I thank everybody for that.